Imagine stepping off your cruise ship and finding yourself in what feels like a living postcard. Colourful houses tumbling down to crystal clear waters, narrow cobblestone streets that seem designed for romance, and a bell tower that looks like it was borrowed from Venice itself. Welcome to Rovinj, Croatia's most photogenic coastal town, and the jewel of the Istrian Peninsula. But here's what most cruise passengers don't realise. While everyone else rushes to Dubrovnik, you've just discovered Croatia's best-kept secret, a place where you can experience authentic Mediterranean charm without the crowds or the cruise ship prices. I'm here with Travel Day Trip Ideas, and today we're exploring Rovinj, often called the Pearl of Istria, and one of the most romantic towns on the Adriatic Sea. In this guide, I'll show you how to make the most of your port day, from wandering the enchanting old town streets to discovering hidden beaches, plus some incredible experiences in the surrounding Istrian countryside that most visitors completely miss. As always, you'll find links in the description to hand-picked local tours that offer authentic experiences at prices that won't shock your wallet. Let's discover why this former fishing village has become one of Croatia's most beloved destinations. About Rovinj, Croatia's romantic masterpiece. Rovinj sits on the western coast of the Istrian Peninsula, and its story is written in every stone. Originally built on an island in the 3rd century, it was connected to the mainland in 1763 when the channel was filled in. This unique history explains why the old town feels so intimate and maze-like. When space was limited on that original island, every inch had to count. For over 500 years, Rovinj was part of the Venetian Republic, and that Italian influence is everywhere. You'll see it in the architecture, hear it in the bilingual street signs, and taste it in the cuisine. This isn't just another Croatian coastal town. It's a place where cultures have blended for centuries to create something truly special. Here's what makes Rovinj perfect for cruise passengers. It's compact, walkable, and absolutely stunning. You can explore the entire old town in a few hours, yet discover something new around every corner. And unlike some Mediterranean ports where you need expensive excursions to see the highlights, Rovinj's magic is right there waiting for you to explore on foot. The cruise port. Small ships. Big charm. Rovinj's port is designed for smaller cruise ships, which means a more intimate experience from the moment you arrive. You'll tender directly to the old harbour, putting you right in the heart of this picturesque town within minutes of leaving your ship. The harbour itself is part of the attraction. Colourful fishing boats bob alongside luxury yachts, with the old town's pastel houses rising dramatically behind them. It's the kind of view that makes you reach for your camera before you've even stepped onto dry land. From the harbour, everything is within easy walking distance. The furthest attraction is maybe a 15-minute stroll, and most of what you'll want to see is just steps away from where you disembark. Top 5 must-see attractions in Rovinj. 1. Church of St. Euphemia, Rovinj's crown jewel. Dominating Rovinj's skyline is the Church of St. Euphemia, built in the 18th century and topped with a 60-metre bell tower that's a replica of St. Mark's in Venice. The bronze statue of St. Euphemia on top actually rotates with the wind, serving as a weather vane. The climb to the top involves 192 narrow wooden steps that aren't for the faint-hearted, but the 360-degree views are absolutely worth it. You'll see the entire old town spread out below, the surrounding islands, and the Adriatic stretching to the horizon. Inside the church, you can see the marble sarcophagus containing the remains of St. Euphemia herself. According to legend, her sarcophagus floated across the sea from Constantinople and could only be moved by a small boy, which is why she became Rovinj's patron saint. 2nd Grisia Street, the artist's haven. This stepped street leads directly up to St. Euphemia's church and is considered the most beautiful street in Rovinj. What makes it special isn't just the medieval paving stones or the charming architecture. It's the vibrant art scene. Local artists display their paintings, sculptures, and handmade crafts along the street, especially during the summer months. You'll find everything from traditional Istrian landscapes to contemporary pieces, and it's a perfect place to find a unique souvenir that actually means something. The street also hosts an annual open-air art exhibition that transforms the entire area into an outdoor gallery. Even if you're not there during the festival, the artistic spirit is palpable year-round. Third, Balby's Arch. Gateway to history. This Baroque archway from the 17th century marks the entrance to the Old Town and tells the story of Rovinj's complex history. Look closely and you'll see two carved heads, one of a Venetian and one of an Ottoman Turk, representing the cultural crossroads that Rovinj has always been. The arch bears the Lion of St. Mark, symbol of the Venetian Republic, and serves as a perfect frame for photos of the Old Town beyond. It's also where many of the narrow, winding streets begin, each leading to hidden courtyards, charming cafes, and stunning viewpoints. 4. The Waterfront Promenade. Romance by the Sea. Rovinj's waterfront is pure magic, especially as the day winds down. The promenade curves around the peninsula, offering constantly changing views of the harbour, the surrounding islands, and the old town's colourful facades. This is where locals and visitors alike come for their evening passeggiata, that leisurely Italian-style stroll that's as much about seeing and being seen as it is about exercise. You'll find waterfront restaurants with terraces literally built into the rocks, where you can dine with your feet almost in the water. Don't miss the Valentino bar area, where you can grab a cushion and settle into a cozy stone nook carved right into the rocks. It's one of the most romantic spots in Croatia to watch the sunset with a glass of local Istrian wine. 5. Hidden beaches and swimming spots. While Rovinj isn't known for traditional sandy beaches, it offers something even better: crystal clear swimming spots with character. Baluota Beach, right beneath the Church of St. Euphemia, is a rocky platform that's perfect for sunbathing and offers stunning views of St. Catherine Island. For something more secluded, walk about 20 minutes south to the Golden Cape Forest Park. This protected area offers numerous coves and inlets, some pebbly, some rocky, all with incredibly clear water. It's also great for hiking and cycling if you want to work up an appetite for lunch. Beyond Rovinj, Istrian treasures. Truffle hunting and wine tasting. Istria is Croatia's Tuscany, famous for its truffles, olive oil, and wines. The interior is dotted with hilltop medieval towns and family-run wineries that offer tastings in settings that feel like they haven't changed in centuries. Many local tours combine truffle hunting, yes, with real truffle dogs, with wine tasting at boutique wineries. You'll taste Istrian Malvasia whites and Turan reds while learning about winemaking traditions that date back to Roman times. The best part? These experiences cost a fraction of what you'd pay for similar tours in Tuscany, and the quality is just as high. Motovan and hilltop villages. About an hour inland, the medieval town of Motovan sits dramatically on a hilltop surrounded by vineyards and truffle forests. The drive there takes you through some of Croatia's most beautiful countryside, with rolling hills that look like they belong in a Renaissance painting. Motovan itself is tiny, but perfectly preserved, with ancient walls, narrow streets, and restaurants serving some of the best truffle dishes you'll ever taste. Many tours combine Motovan with stops at other hilltop villages like Grožnjan, known as the Town of Artists, Pula and Roman heritage. If you're interested in history, Pula is just 45 minutes away and home to one of the world's best preserved Roman amphitheatres. This isn't just ruins, it's a complete arena that still hosts concerts and events, giving you a real sense of how these ancient structures were used. Pula also has other Roman sites, including temples and gates, plus a vibrant local food scene and one of Croatia's best farmers markets. Practical tips for your Rovinj visit. Getting around everything in Rovinj's Old Town is pedestrian only, which is perfect for exploring but means comfortable walking shoes are essential. The cobblestone streets can be slippery when wet, and there are quite a few steps and slopes. For reaching the Golden Cape Forest Park or other beaches, you can walk, rent a bike, or take a local bus. Bike rental is particularly popular and costs around 10 to 15 euros per day. Language and culture. Rovinj is officially bilingual, Croatian and Italian, thanks to its Venetian heritage. Most people in tourism speak excellent English, and you'll often hear Italian being spoken naturally, not just for tourists. The pace of life here is wonderfully relaxed. Lunch breaks are taken seriously. Many shops close from 1 to 4 p.m., and the evening passeggiata is a cherished tradition. Embrace the slower pace. It's part of Rovinj's charm. Money-saving tips. Croatia uses the euro, making transactions simple for most visitors. Prices in Rovinj are very reasonable compared to other Mediterranean destinations. An excellent meal with wine costs 20 to 30 euros. Coffee is 2 to 3 euros, and local wines are exceptional value. The biggest savings come from exploring independently. The old town is free to wander, the beaches are free, and even climbing the bell tower costs just 3 euros. Save your money for great food and local experiences rather than expensive ship excursions. Rovinj isn't just beautiful, though it certainly is that. It's authentic in a way that's becoming rare in popular Mediterranean destinations. This is still a working fishing town where locals live alongside the tourism, where traditions are preserved not for show, but because they matter, and where you can have genuine experiences without feeling like you're in a theme park. Whether you spend your day getting lost in the maze-like streets, swimming in crystal-clear coves, or sipping wine while watching the sunset, Rovinj offers something that's increasingly precious, the chance to slow down and savor the moment. Thanks for joining us for this travel day trip ideas guide to Rovinj, Croatia. If this video has you dreaming of cobblestone streets and Adriatic sunsets, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're constantly discovering gems like this to help you travel smarter and save money. Check the description below for links to our recommended local tours, including those truffle and wine experiences and hilltop village visits. These are trusted operators who understand cruise schedules and offer authentic Istrian experiences at fair prices. What aspect of Rovinj appeals to you most? The romantic old town, the swimming spots, or the truffle hunting adventures? Let me know in the comments. I read every single one and love hearing about your travel dreams. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the next port guide.